Hello my dears and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon and today I've got another tea talk video to share with you guys. Today I'm drinking from my colorful summer mug. It kind of matches my shirt honestly with the oranges and the greens. But yeah, it's Sunday afternoon. It's been one of those sort of quiet rainy Sundays, which I love. So it's just been a nice relaxing day all around. The tea I've got in my mug today is one of my favorite green teas, and it's the Tim Hortons brand. I don't know how big of a thing Tim Hortons is in America, but here in Canada it's like our main coffee shop chain, and you can buy, like, of course, their teas to make at home, their coffee to make at home, and their green tea is just so delicious, so good. So I'm drinking that. But another one that I've been loving lately, I just repurchased a new box today, and it's the Restful Sleep tea from Yogi. And it has valerian, chamomile, passion flower, and skullcap. And I find this is just the perfect tea to make before you go to bed. Have it about half hour, 45 minutes before you go to bed. And it really does just kind of calm you down, get your body ready to go to sleep. So that's where we're at today. Cheers. To talk about today honestly, but I just wanted to hop on and tell you about the couple of things that I did want to talk about, because one thing's really exciting, I think, because I know a lot of you are book lovers like me, so I think you're gonna be real excited about one, which we'll get to in a little bit. But first I just thought we'd talk about what we're loving to watch right now. Now in about an hour, actually, I'm getting ready to watch the third episode of the Sharp Objects series on HBO. A couple weeks ago I did a video on the book, and I've been watching the show, and the show's sticking pretty close to the book, which is nice. There's a little bit of differences in the show. It seems like she's still actively cutting, but in the book she isn't. But other than that, it's sticking quite close to it. Normally this time of year we're watching Big Brother too, and I watched the first little bit and then I just kind of, I don't know, I'm not really feeling this season. So I've kind of given up on it. And even when we were watching it, there'd be some days I'd be like, oh, Big Brother, we missed it. So what I did see, it wasn't every episode because I kept missing it. The last thing I saw was when they evicted Swaggy C, which I was pretty happy about because I didn't like him at all. Yeah. Are you watching Big Brother? Do you think it's a good season? Maybe I just didn't give it a big enough or a long enough shot, because normally I love Big Brother. Like me and my husband were really into it. It's like one of those guilty pleasure shows. I mean, not even guilty pleasure, just one of those pleasure shows that you think maybe I shouldn't be getting as much enjoyment out of this as I am. But I am. So yeah, what else did I want to talk about? There's not too much YouTube drama that I can think of that's going on, because as you know, another guilty pleasure of mine is keeping up with all the YouTube drama. I certainly would never want to be involved in any of it, because being involved in drama is not my thing, but I love keeping up with it on YouTube. And I don't think there's too much going on right now. One thing that I am loving seeing though is a lot of the big beauty influencers are speaking out in a big way about companies and the shade range that they have for their foundations, which is amazing. Sometimes you'll go into a store and you'll see a shade range and you'll be like, what? Like what are you thinking? I know Physicians Formula is bad for this. As much as I love Physicians Formula, like their products, I think they make good products. The shade range of their foundation is bonkers. So small, so small. If you're any darker than, I don't know, like 2 shades darker than me, you're not gonna find it. And I'm pretty pasty, so what else? Who else is real bad for that? I don't even know, but some are just so bad. And I know the big one that's kind of coming under fire right now is Beauty Blender. Like the ones that make the beauty blenders, they've just put out a line of foundations and hardly any shade range. So I think it's cool that the big influencers who have a real voice and can actually influence real change are speaking out so loudly about it. That's really cool. And I also saw one of the drugstore brands, I think it was Wet n Wild. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong here, but hi, it's Shannon from the future here. It's actually NYX Cosmetics that has the new foundation with the huge shade range. I think it was Wet n Wild, and they just put out like a 40 shade range of foundations. That's amazing. So I mean, if the drugstore brands can do it cost effectively, then certainly the big brands can do it. Because like, why wouldn't they? Don't they, like, it makes no sense, because honestly all they're doing is just alienating themselves. And like, don't you like money? We know you do, so why wouldn't you want to make the most money you could? I don't know. That's like when I see like stores and stuff that don't carry plus size clothes, or they don't carry tall clothes or petite clothes. It's like, don't you like money? Why wouldn't you cater to as many people as possible so that as many people as possible could buy your products? I don't understand. But anyway, good on the big voices that can shame the companies into change, because that's honestly the only way to do it. You bring the public's attention to it and they change. And that's an amazing time we're living in, where we have this like global voice, and you know, we can be heard because of social media. Whereas, you know, 10, 20 years ago even, that wasn't the case. So that's pretty cool. Cheers. The big thing I wanted to tell you about today is something I remember hearing about a few months ago, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then my husband read about it today and brought it back to my attention. I was like, yes, I'm gonna tell my YouTube friends about this. I'm sure you've all probably heard of Audible, because tons of YouTubers are sponsored by them, and they're an audiobook app that you can try for free and then purchase. I think you pay like a monthly fee, and then you can read or listen to. I mean, it's still reading. Is it though? I don't know. I mean, it is. You're getting the story. That's another topic for another day. I say get it how you can in terms of stories, but is it called reading if you listen to it? I don't know. I mean, I don't care. Call it what you want, but I'm just wondering, is it? Anyway, I'm getting off track. Audible, cool, it's great. But what's even greater, you guys, and I know I've got a bunch of you that are book lovers like me, there is a free app, and it's called Overdrive. And if you have a library card, you can go download this app on your phone, on your tablet, on your iPad, probably on your computer too, wherever. You can get free ebooks and audiobooks. The only stipulation is you don't get to keep them on your reader. Once you're done, it kind of goes back into the library. But how cool is that? For me personally, I don't listen to audiobooks, only because I rarely have the opportunity to. And I feel like I'd be distracted if I listened to audiobooks while I was driving, so I just listen to music. And I don't use an e-reader. I'm one of the few people I know that are still just stuck in paper books. Maybe someday I will move to an e-reader. I don't know. I know like a friend of mine, she's really into paper books as well, but she loves her e-reader for traveling. That way she can take a bunch of books with her but not weigh down her suitcase, and that makes total sense to me. So it's not for me personally, only because I don't use an e-reader yet. But if you do, guys, for free, and that's Override. And obviously this isn't sponsored or anything, but I just read about it. How cool is that? And I wanted to tell you guys about it because how amazing. And maybe you already know about it. Maybe I'm late to the party on this one, but just in case I'm not, on the off chance that there's one of you out there that this would benefit, I wanted to pass it on. So yeah, just need a library card. I love that. Love it so much. Cheers to libraries. So that's gonna do it for me for this video, you guys. I've been feeling a little under the weather this weekend, and I feel like I'm still looking a little pale, but definitely feeling better. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.